Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to day number 17 of eISL, powered by Coca-Cola. Of course, before we get the day started, a huge shout out to our associate sponsors, Hero, our platform partners, PlayStation, our esports partner, Northern Gaming, for making this event happen as we enter into another beautiful match day where we got two amazing teams are playing it against each other. But again, joining along with me today is going to be Nikhil C. Bhansali. So, how are you, buddy?
I'm very excited and just waiting for this match to get going because, as we know, today is that 1 month mark. All of these teams are getting closer to that finish line,
Yeah.
closer to this journey ending, and it's exciting to see which teams really have developed and the progress they show.
I mean, you're talking about the two teams in contention. Well, they're gonna be there's gonna be a cutthroat competition between the two teams that we're talking about. But before we get into the details of things, I'm pretty sure you guys know already. But let's take a look at the tournament format, right? So from the 20th of November to 13th of March, we're gonna be having a league stages. So 3 games per match. That's pretty standard. 110 matches to be covered. We've covered so many games already. And from the 19th to 21st, this is where the finals are there, the playoffs that we talk about. And on 21st March, just when the team has won, right, we have our winners of eISL. That's where we see the betrayal happening. Quite an interesting format because the winners will be going up against each other in a 1v1, and whoever wins gets to represent the country for the FGS. But taking a look at the moolah, the money that's on the line, it's the first position getting 15 lakh rupees. Now, that is a lot we're talking about over here.
Yeah, a lot of rupees, of course. Not FIFA coins, rupees needs to be cleared up. Yeah, this is just the normal cash, and of course, as you said, right, a lot, not just for the first 4 places, but even for that player, the MVP. I assume it will be from the first 4 places, but you never know. Maybe one of the players who's not able to make it to the playoffs still shows a blistering performance. But let's take a look at the leaderboard now to see the state of our teams, and I think the teams we're going to especially see today, Jamshedpur, number 3 spot. I think I'm excited to see this team because they have been looking very good.
Yeah, they have been so deadly, in the past couple of games, going up against Hyderabad FC. An amazing roster, but they've been under the weather lately and haven't really played a lot of games. So today it's going to be their 6th game compared to Jamshedpur, having played 6 games already. So their 7th game in the making. So let's see what's on the line, considering the points that they've accrued for themselves. Now, if they sort of manage to win this one out, then I think they're gonna get that 6 points over there. But look at SCS East Bengal, right? They played 2 games, they've won their 2 matches, but still at the very brink of the ocean over here. But I'm pretty much sure as the days progress, as we get to see a lot out of them, we're gonna have them score a lot of goals. But this is it, right? Match number 34, where we've got Adi Zima going up against Arvind Mas. Now, this is one of the matches that we've got to talk about. But, when you think that maybe the day is over, there you've got another big juggernauts battling out against each other. DK against Akash As. Now, after that, we're going to, of course, have our, coveted co-op battle between these 4 players. Of course, a 2v2 competition. But here you have it, right? Speculations early on, here. What do you think? Who's going to turn out as the victor?
I think, definitely not. Jamshedpur FC are the favorites. You can see on the stats, much more prolific with terms of the goals scored, and of course Hyderabad only able to get that 1 win so far. And for them, it really does become a matter of the confidence that they've lost over the last set of matches. DK especially not having a great run of form so far, whereas on the other end, Arvind and Akash, they've been on a blistering run of form. For them, it's been continuously about trying to set themselves apart from the mid-table opposition and then try to get themselves in a stable position so that they can challenge the likes of Chennai and FC Goa. And that's what today's match means. They get that win, they get that much closer to those top 2 teams.
A little bit of insider story over here. So lately, I've been hanging around with a few of my friends, and someone apparently is a colleague or rather classmate, you can say, to Adizima, who does claim that he really plays some amazing football, even in the real world. So again, it sort of is an advantage, right? An added plus as we see our tall man, get inside the field, going up against Irvin Mas, another wonderful player from the certain circuit who has been making a lot of waves lately.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be an exciting matchup because Arvind, of course, as you said, making a lot of waves, very good on the attack. But Adizima, from what we've talked to him before, he himself has said he thinks he has the best defense in India. So let's see if Arvind is able to put that defense to test, because I think Adizima is the player slightly in better form of Adizima and DK. So this first game very, very important for Hyderabad FC to get that momentum in, because we've seen Akash handle pressure before. But back to the game itself, we see Zidane. A slight change in the usual formations, with I assume Vieira playing that centre back for Jamshedpur, and this is common. The changes usually come in where the preference for some teams, of course, they want Vieira in the midfield for the body, or sometimes teams want that Zidane for the extra passing, extra dribbling ability.
Yeah, and it's quite uncommon, right? We've seen that happen, but not a lot. But again, Adizima trying to build up his attack with Zidane, still looking for that golden good pass, giving it away towards Ronaldo. Again, back and forth passes between Gullit and Ronaldo, finally going in for the shot, where I really thought he would have gone for a cutback. But there you go, out for a corner.
Yeah, I really love the fact that he took the shot. I think this is something I wanted to see a lot more often, because knows that he can go for that perfect play on the corner, but the cross wasn't perfect. Rather than far post, it was a little closer and gave directly to the keeper, but a cheap giveaway from Van der Sar. Ronaldo with the ball now. Maldini's already missed. That's not who you would want. And hold on, Cruyff getting the cut back, but Van der Sar, I mean, he messed it up, but he saved it.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to pick up where things fell, right? And Arvind, we know this lad. He is really impeccable on his defenses, and he's definitely showing signs of it. Few little slip-bys, but again, Adizima is constantly, turning up the heat. Right from the very first minute, constantly pressuring and keeping, Arvind on a slight back foot. But again, we know, if the stature of Arvind, the calm and composed player that he is, it still gives me shivers, against Lokmanu, right? The way he defended like a stallion. But now Cruyff, he's sort of opening up things over here towards the box, giving it towards Pele. And Zidane, is he going to take the shot? No. As he's just going to dribble past the defender, still in pursuit of that opening.
Oh, and Mbappe with a ton of space, but the shot again. Van der Sar turning into the Van der Sar that we know, saving everything and everywhere, making sure that he gets his body in. But beautiful finesse, hitting the crossbar. And I mean, normally I would say this is where a player gets frustrated, but Adizima usually the kind of player who does not lose his calm, and you can see exactly that. Just continuously getting the ball back. Arvind not getting to play the game of FIFA.
Yeah, and right now as things stand, Arvind, he needs to gain the composure, right? He's a little rattled by Adizima just constantly going at him. Because, he's made proclamations, right? He's claimed himself to be the best defender. But right now, the kind of an offense he's up to, maybe he wants to bite back his own words. But now, Arvind, he's trying to create that much of control, but has given this ball away, and which could be potentially a goal. Goes into the gloves of Van der Sar.
It's really that sprint difference. When you get so much open space, you get confused. Like, do I sprint? Do I not? You could see he was trying for the roll over there, but just not in time. But instead, Arvind finally getting himself across through the final third. Mbappe with a lot of space on the wing can just go for the run into the cutback, but wants to dribble in, create the space with Mbappe, use his technical skill to perfection and doing exactly that. But Zidane is well, a ton of space for Ronaldo, but he went for the finesse.
That was beautiful here, right?
Passing.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Now, going up for the corner, you've got to receive it on towards Pele. Now this is a counter-attack being formed. Pele just trying to dash in. Again, passing it on towards Zidane, giving it towards Mbappe. But playing a little on the midfield, he's managed to slow down the pace. He realized, it's a little too early. And now Pele from the left wing, he's going to go in for that little short pass. That's cheeky, but defended.
Full power on that pass. Unfortunately, Ronaldo just not able to control it, of course, because of that power. And It will mean Arvind gets the ball back, but it's looked very scary for Arvind every single time, even when he has the ball, because the pressure you can see from Adizima maintained, but because of that pressure, a ton of space opened up, a high line for Adizima. He's now Arvind gets to cut back and open up a free kick.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So much for the pressure being built. But Arvind, he is a silent assassin. He doesn't speak much. But when he does, he scores a ton of goals. And this is the first of many to probably come. Very clinical. He knew exactly what he's got to do. He's found that cutback, that open space. And that is it, right? But again, it's still a very entertaining first half. 40 minutes in, Jamshedpur FC, they're 1-0 up.
Yeah, and despite all of the pressure from Adizima, he's going to be disappointed because look at this. He's faltering now, stumbling, almost crumbling because now Pele to Ronaldo, a free run setup. Thankfully, Marquinhos has a ton of space. Otherwise, that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, I mean, that was really well read. But, oh, stolen again. And this could be a really potential devastating threat looming.
Oh,
but is that... I mean, it was not even challenged.
Yes, he got the ball. It certainly looked like a penalty, but I'm going to assume he got the ball because, the keeper didn't even flinch. So, right now, Adizima, though, trying to set something up. There's not much time left. This is the last attack. He's going to get some acrobatics in the box there.
I mean, really weird stuff happening, man. I mean, imagine had that turned into a goal. That would have been one of the most cheekiest goals of eISL, definitely. That being said, has the halftime whistle blowing off, and I mean, Arvind, he's been getting battered a lot, but still, he's the one who's leading the charge away with that one goal. Because Adizima time and again has been pressing, but he's sort of maintained his calm. Now, if he can deal with the likes of Lokman, I'm sure he's got some tricks up his sleeves to tackle Adi.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see though the calming words from Akash definitely adding a sense of security to Arvind's mind, like I just gotta keep calm, play my game, and I think that was again the offside trap being set up for Adizima. So not changing his style, the style that got punished from Arvind due to those 1-2s, the high pressure being maintained. Adizima, let's see if he can actually find some value in the attacks he's able to set up. Those manual runs coming in, trying to get his players into specific positions, but the defense,
that could be deadly.
Defense just too composed from Arvind.
Yeah, I mean, he just is reading him like, water at this point. A pretty clean lake of water. But, considering how Adizima has been attacking, I really like it. But still, every single time when you think that he's got what it takes, there is Arvind standing like a rock.
Kafu, though the cutback is there. Pele, he should have just taken the shot on the left foot of Pele. I think Azim and I have, we've discussed this so often. Like, players have this hesitation, not wanting to use the weak foot, but this is the 94 rated legend. You can use the weak foot, and hold on, a sucker punch might be coming from Arvind. That crucial opportunity missed. Not going to amount to much, but that's going to play on the minds of others.
Yeah, I mean, so numerous chances created, but nothing yet converted. So again, the pressure is sort of building up. Now this is a good chance, giving it towards Mbappe. Decided to go for a shot, but then a fake, giving it away to Ronaldo and Pele. He's going to take the shot, but deflected for a corner.
So many chances, but not a single one going in. And this time, that was the one time when I feel like the dribbling would have been worth it. He actually goes for the panic shot on Cruyff, loses the ball, and on the corner, the counter is ready. Unfortunately, that byline pass, much harder than it looks, and it goes out for the throw. Once again, we're reset, and this match, even though it's 1-0, the 1-0 does not describe it appropriately because it's been so intense.
Oh, this could be a good chance. Zidane almost opening things up, but then going in for the far post. I mean, is it right to say, CA, that today may just not be the lucky day for Adi at this point?
Definitely. 30 minutes left, we'll see. Maybe the luck will catch up eventually. Keep trying and trying, maybe you get it. But talking about trying and trying, Arvind getting another chance in the box. So many players, so many options, but maybe that's the problem.
Yeah, and there you go again. Arvind trying to find some sliver of opportunity. But Adi, he's been relentless time and again, creating so many chances, but not being able to convert. Maybe he's overthinking. Maybe the shots are just going haywire. Either way, he's yet to break his own deadlock.
Yeah, and you can see a little bit of desperation coming into that. The substitutions are going to be factored in. So I want to see who he brings on. Ronaldo is very much expected to bring that extra physical presence on the wings, maybe even go for a few crosses given the narrow nature of Arvin's defensive setup. But again, the replay is so many chances, right?
Oh.
I mean, not there. But right in that position, a few minutes back, he had that opportunity. He did not take the left foot shot on Pele. And it's just like chance after chance. I feel like when Adisima watches this game, or maybe when he sees the stats, his EXG is going to be nuts.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna freak out probably, and he's already must be freaking out. I mean, how on earth are they not goals? But again, he's gonna be pursuing for. It's a little ambitious of a long finesse shot. That's what he was intending. But again, the clock is ticking. A few substitutes being made over here. And now, Arvin. I think Arvin needs to, maintain a few minutes of possession right now. Just trying to maintain possession, try to build up attack, go in for a hard reset. Because, again, in terms of scores, he's definitely losing, but he's getting hammered in terms of how Adizima has been pressing time and again. And this could be the one he was searching for a long, long time. And finally, CA, he gets it. R9 for the goal, and there comes the equalizer.
Yeah, it's all about that 1v1 battle. Arvind went left and Adisima went right. Actually, it was the other way around, but same thing, where he gets the space, gets the opportunity, and this time he does not hesitate. He does not overthink. He does not try to, overcomplicate it. Just goes for the shot, even though it is the left foot for Ronaldo. Knows that as long as he times it right, he is just going to smash it top bins, and that's exactly what happens. You can see Arvind assuming that, because every single time what we've seen from Adizima is that he prefers the stronger foot. He likes to go on the right. So Arvind trying to go to the left so that he can block that. But this time Adizima being like, okay, you know what? I need to stop making those mistakes again. Able to adapt, able to correct, and we've got a cracker of a match. Fixes 18 game minutes left. Let's see if either player can find that win.
Yes, now it's gone exciting as ever. Considering, Chennai, you've got Hyderabad FC getting that equalizer. I'm pretty sure with the way things are going, I mean, Adizima would want to hit one more, maybe get the winner, because he's feeling thirsty. He needs those goals for himself. He needs to feed himself one more. But Arvind, now he's looking to be on the back foot, and he's always been on the back foot from the very get-go, right? He's not been able to find his groove, but build an attack, and looks to be a promising one at that.
Yeah, the pressure has just completely disappeared from the side of Adizima. This now willing to drop back and just take it, maybe looking for the counter with his fresher forward players, and it's an interesting tactic because for the first time in this game, it's giving Arvind some breathing room, some space to be creative, to try and find some vision, but that can be the downfall, because when you have too many options, it's like too many chefs spoil the broth, well, too many options spoil your attack.
Yeah, and there you go again. Adizima gaining possession of the ball. It's just 8 minutes, and at this point, I mean, against a player like Arvind, I mean, I would be satisfied with just a draw. But again, we've got exceptional players like Adizima who still like dreaming big, and who was creating that chance. But again, Arvind is going to be there to sort of fend it off, and now he's on his own counter-attack.
He's got Mbappe with a lot of space, looking to free up players in the box so he can create space for a shot. There's exactly that. Spots an opening in the near post, goes for it, but Andesar with the clutch save again. Honor is there. Arvind taking it real quick. Running down the line, but blocked, and now potential counter instead. The ball given away, and surely this is the opportunity for Arvind, but no. So close, Fixes.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you've got to feel a little bad because it was so chaotic. Anything could have happened, and we would love a 90 minutes winner from either of these sides. We are in here for some entertainment, some good games of FIFA, and that's what we are getting from both these players, and a little bit of ball hogging going on. And again, he's gonna try to build up the attack towards the final phases. It's gonna be Messi with that left foot. Oh, just at the last nick of a second, it had to end with a draw. And even DK like Koina, hota hai, it happens. But again, I'm pretty sure Jamshedpur FC, they're not going to be happy with this draw, right? You can clearly see. But again, you've got to keep faith in your teammate, right? Akash Ash is coming up next, going up against DK. But for game number 1, ladies and gentlemen, it was a draw with both the players. Absolutely no one deciding to actually give up till the very end. A lot of chances being created for Adi Zima, but he could just find one at the back of the net. And for Arvind, he got a quick one right from the early start.
Yeah, Arvind just soaking that pressure and pushing it back. I think props to be given to Adi Zima, dude, for the adaptation he was able to bring and for the fact that he created the chances to then eventually get him that goal. Even towards the end, that shot from Messi, if it went like almost even like a couple of millimeters to the other direction, fell to the feet of Pele on that deflection, maybe Adi Zima would have walked away with the victory itself. But I think overall, a fairly even matchup and a fairly deserved result for both of these players here. So going into this next matchup between Akash and DK, I think DK, he's going to be looking to find redemption. The last individual matchup he played against not Ankit Gupta, it wasn't so great.
I think
Meanwhile,
against V
Akash,
Sharma. I think was it against V Sharma? I've got to check, and I think so. It was a draw. It was a draw, CA. So do you think? I mean, he's got what it takes to beat mighty Akash?
I mean, definitely, but Akash has been on huge share of form, and it comes back to what we always talk about. It's all about the confidence because we know these players have got the potential, we know these players have got the skill, but on that day, certain players just are not able to find their groove. I think we heard this even from the Northeast United players, and it's a common occurrence. So I want to see today, after this draw for Adi Zima, we saw encouraging words from TK. Maybe he can find some motivation for himself and translate that into the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, right now, of course, DK has got to have some game plan going on because Akash Ash, he barely gives away any openings, right? We've seen him, he's a monster of a player inside the game. But taking a look at the certain statistics, I mean, in terms of possession, of course, Hyderabad FC being a notch ahead, and in terms of the goals, look at that, right? 12 shots taken in comparison to just 3, right? And now, of course, Hyderabad FC, they would have walked off with a win there. That's what they wanted. But let's get into an exclusive interview with Adi Zima, who's waiting for us inside the studio. I'm going to ask him if he's really, really satisfied with the draw. I mean, numerous chances being created, Adi. But was it just a bad day, or were you a little slippery towards the end?
Oh, I feel like I should have been more clinical in my finishing. What is last game also I had like too many shots, but I'm not finishing. So it's been a pattern now, and I feel like अब मुझे improve करना ही पड़ेगा because
And
there's something wrong in my game only.
all right. I mean, no, from what I've seen, you're an amazing player. You've been doing that. Just those shots, barely missing away. But again, I met a friend of yours, Soumya Ranjan Das, who apparently seems to have recognized you from your Jindal days, and he's been watching you on TV. And he does say that you're a fantastic football player, even outside of FIFA. So, do you really think that being a player outside also helps you in building up attacks or building up strategies inside the game? To what extent?
I know for a fact that it gives you an edge. आप dominate करने लग जाते हो, थोड़ा ball ज़्यादा रखते हो. You always go for an extra pass, and you know how to play a game. मतलब what I try to play in real life, मैं implement करने की कोशिश करता हूँ in FIFA also.
I'm actually curious about that क्योंकि जैसे आपने बताया like you understand the flow of the game much better and looking at your tactics right in the first half high pressure high line he almost exploited that but it was the second half you almost after you got the goal you dropped back a little bit so I want to ask you like what was your understanding of Arvind the way he was a player and what kind of adaptations were you trying to make to your game plan?
I try to press जितना आगे हो सकता है. I try to get the ball in the first, मतलब in their half only. But you
Yeah.
know Arvind is one of the best players here. So I was trying to get the ball early, but it wasn't possible in the second half. He tried, he knew कि अब मैं क्या करने वाला हूँ. So he changed his
Right.
tactics, I feel like, and he started having the ball more. तो थोड़ा difficult हो रहा था. So I tried more press करने का, but it gave him a lot of space. And I feel like I was very lucky. Maybe he should have scored like one or two more because I was so open.
I mean, you're just being naive over here, just being a little cherry. But again, you know, now अब आपका जो मैचअप है वो ड्रॉ हो चुका है, ठीक है? So
Yeah.
next coming up is DK going up against Akash. Now, does he have a game plan or is he going to rely on his instincts? Have you come prepared for today's game?
I know. I'm hoping DK will get a win out of it. He's been playing really well after the last defeat. I practiced with him a lot, and he has been winning all his games. So I am confident he can get us a win now, and then we'll move on to the co-op.
I mean, we also hope so because you've been struggling for those points, and we hope you get those 3 points today. And all the best for your matches to come. Of course, you've got a co-op, and thank you so much for coming.
Okay.
Well, so there you go, CA. I mean, he's confident. He's made his claims, but against a player like Akash, is already, in the mood. He knows he's got a mission right up ahead. What are your speculations, buddy?
I mean, like he mentioned, right? DK, after that last match, any player would go down in terms of morale. The continuous drubbing. I think it was 6-0 or 6-1 that he lost, and the fact becomes that after a match like that, how you respond shows what kind of player you are. I think that is what I want to see. Like he said, Adizima said, DK has been winning all of these scrims. That kind of scares me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. Usually when I win scrims, I lose officials. It's the other way around. So we'll see. Maybe if that bad luck from the last match can turn into good luck in this match.
I mean, that's what we're here for, right? The spirit of football, the spirit of FIFA. And taking a better look at the head-to-head stats, there's this clear, massive difference in terms of the goals scored by both these players. Just that one extra game played, but 14 goals. He's a monster. He's someone to be feared of. But again, DK, Adi just mentioned that they've been practicing a lot, and DK has been in a stellar form. So we've got to see if it actually comes into fruition with the game finally kicking off. And there you have DK taking things a little slow.
Yeah, it's especially important because as we saw from Akash, right, 6 matches, 14 goals, a very aggressive player and very clinical player, really. I think what I especially like about Akash's game style is that he plays a lot on instincts, but his instincts are very tactical in nature in the sense that he understands how he wants his team to function. He understands where. And there's these small things about the Jamshedpur FC team itself. You see UCB on the left wing, very similar to how Arvind runs his play, but very different in those 1v1 battle styles. You can already see it. Just wrecking DK in that 1v1 defense, running away with it. And I mean, at that point with Ronaldo, it's just GG.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of a fear that Akash sets inside the pitch, right? The moment you're going up against this man, you've got to feel a little intimidated. And there you go, commanding respect throughout the stadium, both on and off the pitch. Akash, right from minute 5, manages to score one and gets that lead, much needed for Jamshedpur FC because they're also in the run for the top position, right? They've been having their eyes out lately, and just that one loss is hurting them a little bit. They've lost that 3 points, but it's okay. They've recovered very well after this, and their co-op games have been looking good as well. Again, another chance, almost about to get created by DK there. This time reading his plans right away.
Yeah, and we'll have to see DK if he's able to really find some sort of tempo. I think that's really important here. Needs to, especially in the game of FIFA, if you get into the groove of pass, create, try to make a goal happen, you almost just get into that zone, and it's exactly that on the edge of the line. I thought that went out. It was a goal kick, but DK finds the cutback at the equalizer. Ronaldo on either sides of the pitch just dominating the field.
And there you go, the selfie celebration coming in, and well, all smiles for DK as this is the classic eISL cutback, as we can see and say, that this is one of the tricks that has been evergreen right from day one. We've seen teams use this and get away with it, and Akash, he did not see that coming. It happened all in a flash, and now we are again tied up. So finally, DK not just backing off, he's also putting up a fight. He's here to win, and this goal is a testament of that.
Yeah, exactly, and it makes this so much more exciting because, I mean, for DK, if you consider his stats, 5 matches, 5 goals, he's already achieved his average. It's only upwards from here on now, and you can see the determination in his body language as well. But Akash, I think what I especially noticed is just calm. He's ready, he's composed. The 1-2s are being set up, but just trying to force a pass too many, and it will give DK back possession. It looks like DK is just going to match Akash. If Akash is fast, DK is willing to be fast. But if Akash wants to control the ball, then DK is going to give him some taste of his own wins.
Yeah, of course he's going to do that. But as things are going on, I mean, this is really good. He's trying to just frustrate Akash, not give him a lot of openings out there, making the right amount of passes. But he's got to break through his defense. Now that's going to be a little bit of a tedious job. But there you go, Yusubayo receiving the ball. Oh, that could have been a really good pass. But Theo Hernandez intercepting, reading it away. And there you have Akash trying to build a counter-attack. But now he needs to kind of, sort of calm down the atmosphere, right? Get things going in his favor, because 23 minutes have passed by. 1 goal each from both the sides.
Yeah, both of the players looking fairly even so far. Akash has looked better in the 1v1s, but it looks like DK is just looking very sound tactically so far. You can see again, reading Akash's passes, almost getting better by the minute as he understands the gameplay. But a fortunate deflection there. If it went slightly in a different direction, could have been just a disaster for DK. But instead, it's still going to be 1-1. The ball back to DK, and that might have been a card. Instead, DK just gets a lot of space.
Yeah, I mean, he does. But again, against a player like Akash, it's not going to be easy, right? He's not going to let him slip or get away with those shenanigans he just pulled off. As Akash, he's on his own attack with Pele, trying to play the ball around the central areas, right? He's not playing wide. Now, with Zidane, I thought he'd go for a pass maybe, but could not find the men, right? So the positioning could be definitely something that Akash could work at this moment. But DK, he's looking to be in good control over the game, which I'm absolutely loving it, because this is desperate times for Hyderabad FC, right? They've got such an amazing team, but it's those points that they're sort of missing out, right? 2 of very well recognized players in the Indian circuit, and it's a shame, to see them down at the 9th spot.
Yeah, but look at that. Pele almost creating enough space. Akash really likes this. The idea of trying to shoot across goal, but as you said, right, it's all about just continuously trying one by one, opportunity by opportunity, and trying to translate it. And so far, DK has only had that one opportunity, and he has translated it. So it's just about that clinical nature, and we'll see if he's able to create one more now, because a lot of space going for the actual push in. But you cannot go for the pace battle against Theo Hernandez. That's why he gets played at left back over every single legend in the game.
Yeah, I mean, he's just that good at that position, right? But at this point, I would not be surprised if he goes for a finesse shot, but not really going for, rather opting for those back and forth passes. Yusubayo trying to, make a few crafty plays, but eventually has been thwarted off with Mbappe now leading the attack from the right wing, has passed it back towards Cafu. And this is something, something of a signature style. We've seen Akash loving to play around the center. That's how his game plan works. But now he's doing the same thing that DK apparently was doing to him a couple of moments ago.
Yeah, just pressure on both of the players. The action is end to end. Both lovely at those 1-2s, trying to create a space for themselves, but the defense so far is compact from either end too. DK just trying to hold on. Akash, you can see, he knows that the timer is ticking down. The first half coming to a close. Needs to find that last attack, but a cheap giveaway. And now the counter could be the last attack for DK here. An opportunity to just find that sucker punch, but no. inside his back door.
Yeah, and this is where they're going to start capitalizing, right? Akash, he was trying, he's still struggling with Kafu, who eventually just puts the ball out of play. And there you go. The final, rather the halftime whistle going on. And, well, I mean, at things are right now, we're leveled up. Yeah, so nothing really breaking between these two players. They're going neck to neck against each other, blows to blows being exchanged, but still we can't really come and give a conclusion on who's got the upper edge right now. It's that close.
Absolutely. I think from a neutral perspective, I would be happy if it closed out just here or as a 2-2 draw, because the first game was a draw, so that way that co-op becomes super high stakes. But at the same time, I think for both of these players, they understand how crucial that one goal can be, because either of these players, if they find that goal, if they find that winner and the game win itself, it guarantees their team at least 1 point going into the co-op. They cannot lose the series. So now on to the second half. The substitution is already coming in. Ginola on for Eusebio, and I really like the substitution from Jamshedpur, because I think the biggest problem they're facing on that left wing was that lack of just a little bit of pace and extra bit of physicality that Eusebio does not bring, and Ginola does, especially with his passing ability. So let's see now, maybe we get to see a lot more of those crosses.
Oh, we definitely want to, but as things are progressing, right now we've got Akash again. He's keeping the ball in his squad and he's trying to play it around, but still not getting a lot of opening though. So DK has been phenomenal in terms of his defense, as Mbappe trying to make a move, just get inside. He's done a phenomenal job at that, just to give it away. And it's Theo Hernandez again. DK not giving any sliver of opportunity, as his defense is as good as his offense has been.
He's trying to set up in some way. He still has Eusebio on that left wing, so we'll have to see if Ginola is an upgrade or not. We'll find out from that angle. But right now, DK is just trying to control the possession. It's really all about finding that killer pass and not switching off while you're doing so. Got lucky with that tackle there and found the pass, but Bandasari.
Oh. You've got a feel for DK at that moment, right? He almost had it, but now Akash is on a really fast counter-attack, giving it away towards Ronaldo, towards Scarlett, Zidane, Pele, towards Zidane, back and forth passes, just visible again. DK being formidable as ever, but Akash refusing to let go of the possession over here.
Yeah, I think really showing us why he's one of the more feared players in the eISL. The form he's on, coming from this composure where he knows exactly what he needs to do to get that victory. But I have to say, DK has looked much better today than in his last individual match, and it looks like the DK coming back into form, because skill level wise he is a really good player towards that 90-60, almost the 2000 mark. So we know he has the potential. Now it is DK triggering manual runs, trying to find the space, but I feel like the players need to pick it up a notch, because usually when they're giving the ball away, it's when they're playing slow.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, both these players, you're sort of feeling that tension inside the atmosphere, right? Both of them are so vigilant in terms of their defense and, trying to create those opportunities time and again, but this possibly could be one. As Pele, that really, was it really necessary, CA?
I don't think so, but again, just taking it a step too far, trying to be a little too efficient, a little too tactical. We heard this earlier from Mufu even, right? When players overthink it, they turn off their instinct and it hurts them. But right now, DK with a huge chance. They are lucky with the deflection, but not with Vandis. We never get it.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. Hyderabad FC, they're doing it again. Maintaining so much control over this game. DK, especially, in those final couple of moments, he's definitely, if this sort of goes on for the next 2 to 3 minutes, then I'm pretty sure we can expect a winner coming out of Hyderabad FC. And what a relief would that be, right? staying at the ninth spot. You've been yearning for those points, but Akash
Oh, wow.
might just surprise him with a goal of his own as Janola goes charging in, goes for the shot directly into the arms of Van der Sar. And 75 minutes have gone past by. Both the players still neck to neck, fighting it out. But CA, do you think this is also going to be a finish where we end things on a tie, or do you think someone is going to score a winner? Do you feel the winner coming at all?
I mean, I certainly do, because I wanted them to pick it up notch. It feels like they picked it up 2 notches now. Instead of that slow play, we've got end-to-end action. You can see a lot of more midfield interceptions rather than defensive interceptions that we were seeing before, as the players get that desperation through. I will note that DK, for a while, he has that pause cued. He's not getting to make his substitutions, and that will hurt him a little bit. But right now, maybe he can set up a goal and the substitution in one go. Oh! Golly.
That's going to hurt him. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, the game is still in play. He's not getting to use that. He's going to be annoyed, but it's fine. It's fine. I mean, with what he's got at hand, he's going to work things out, right? Because Akash, you cannot even blink for a single moment when this player is attacking. As DK, he's doing this. I mean, even a tie would be justified. I really want to see this boiling down to the final co-op game. I mean, imagine the drama that's building up over here. That's a really sublime pass, but can Mbappe get something out of it? Yes, gives it back towards Ronaldo. Just to get wanted off.
Again, an extra ability. The scoop not necessary. I feel like a simple touch and a shot would have been more than enough. But now it's the other Ronaldo on the other side of the pitch. A beautiful turn. Dummy through the defender and sneaking it past the near post. Akash scraping that winning goal after so much patience. Just attack after attack from DK. Akash maintaining his cool, and 1v1 he dummies the defender, and he's like, well, I might have just created a dummy of you too, DK.
That's a heartbreak. That's a heartbreak for DK,
Yeah.
who's been fighting like a warrior, you know, exchanging and withstanding his blows, because mind you, Akash is one of the most attacking players. He's got quite a lot of goals in his tally in terms of individual scores, but he's kept him in his leashes today. But towards the very end, the hound slips and he takes a bite, a huge chunk of Hyderabad FC, as Jamshedpur, they almost are on the verge of winning. I mean, just a last consoling play. If DK can make something out of it, I would not really be surprised. But for what it takes, I think this is where his heart breaks. A lot of fans at that.
Neymar coming on for DK. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
A lot of playing time.
Yeah, that's full time. And Neymar will just be like, okay, yeah, I guess this is Barcelona, not PSG. I don't get to play football.
Either ways. But again, that was just a scraping victory, CA, like you said. And Akash had to fight for it ever so hard. DK, oh, you gotta feel bad for this lad. He had been so relentless, not giving up. You know, quite a lot of pundits would agree that he was the better player in this game. But again, like you said, even I really felt that he was overthinking at times. You know, so many chances created, but you know, that extra bit of quirk coming out. And Akash, you know, he was playing things simple, right? Raw, brutal, and just that one window of opportunity, and he grabs it. Shows how hungry Akash had been.
That went out, right? I swear to God, I'm still confused as to how that did not go out for goal kick. But hey, of course, the game knows. So it
not
was
gonna question
probably
that.
on the line. Yeah, we're not going to question it, but it was very close. You know, if I was the defender there, I'm like, okay, goal kick next. And then suddenly there's a goal, and I'm like, wait, what? I said goal kick, not just goal. Not you kick it into the goal. But hey, it was a good bounce back from Akash. As you said, I think definitely DK, the more creative player, and the player with
Look at this.
considerably more chances. Yeah, but you can see even in some of those shots that he took without the overthinking, it felt like the clinicalness was not there. Where that one shot from Akash we saw aimed directly where he knows where he wants it to go, whereas from DK there were a few shots that went straight at the keeper. Of course, Van der Sar doing his part, but again here, very less power, could have maybe smashed it across goal, could have smashed it top corner of the near post, but instead directly at Van der Sar. I mean, that keeper is good enough. You don't need to do him any favors.
Yeah, I mean, just let him be, right? You don't have to control him. He's just good as he is right now, even as an AI. So, of course, I mean, with increased mechanics, we've been talking about this a lot, right? FIFA 21, the way things have been going so far. But again, CA, at this point, we're sort of in that junction, right? We're sort of in that junction where we're heading to the next game, the third game, and that is where things get really exciting, because Hyderabad FC, they've been phenomenal, but still they have chance to fight for that 1 point. But taking a look at the statistics in front of us, we've got again Hyderabad. Look at them, the expected goals chances 2.6 compared to a 1.9 for Jamshedpur FC.
Yeah, just absolutely clinical. Akash, he got 2 clear chances and he took it. He's like, all right, I will make sure that goes in. The same could not be said about DK, but still a really good performance. I think I was talking about how I wanted to see how he's able to respond after his defeat last time, and the response is good. He got back on his feet and we saw him really trying to play his style. Now it's just a matter of building upon this, and I think the first step to building upon that is forgetting this game even happened and focusing on the co-op, because it's not like Hyderabad FC are completely out of this yet. They still have the chance to earn 1 point. So now we'll have to see if Adi Zima and DK can find that synergy, because we know Akash and Arvind, they play very, very similar.
Yeah, I mean, right now, at this point, you've got to feel a little bit inclined towards Hyderabad FC, right? So, yeah, because they've been creating so many chances. You're seeing that constant improvement in their play. But again, little slip-ups here and there, they're getting punished. Now, the only thing that they have to focus is, of course, they've got to maintain that amazing defense and make sure that they do not get slippery at all. Because the moment they do that, that's where Jamshedpur FC, they're going to strike. And they're going to make sure that they get this win. Of course, I mean, even if this turns out as a draw, Jamshedpur FC still take home those coveted 3 points, and they will be uplifting themselves even better in terms of how they stand right now. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally on with our game number 3, the final game of the evening. Hyderabad FC going up against Jamshedpur FC. A war battle.
I'm really interested to see how the initial 10 to 15 minutes of this match turn out, because in both individual matches it was Hyderabad dominating the start, Hyderabad creating the chances, and it looks like it might have been the case here too. Hyderabad with that first chance, but now Jamshedpur, they get some of the ball, and this is where things really, really change, right? Because in co-op, you don't have to go for the extra mechanics to make the runs. You just have to think about it, talk about it, and make it happen. And that's exactly what Jamshedpur find the strengths in, using their instincts with each other and playing just their normal game. So now Hyderabad, they have to be extra compact on the defense, extra good on that communication aspect, because as you said, they need that win, while Jamshedpur, they're just happy with the status quo.
Yeah, I mean, right now, they're kind of happy. They kind of are happy. Even this does not change a lot in terms of the position standings, right? They're still going to maintain the top 3, but Gullit, look at him go. Being a little ambitious with that left foot, just striking the ball over there. But again, the goalkeeper was there just to get the save, and another build up. So what we're witnessing here is Jamshedpur FC, they're all right at them from the very get-go.
Yeah, it just looks like they have a lot more freedom. because every single time I feel like we saw Arvind or Akash in the box, they were trying to make sure that their their composition did not change, that they did not necessarily bring in a defensive midfielder instead of the forward making the run, and that's why you could always see them being extra careful, extra cautious. But those shackles, it feels like they go off in co-op because they can rely on each other. When say Akash is making a run down the wing, he can rely on Arvind to make sure that that center run happens, like looking for ground crosses like those that they wouldn't in their individual games. And I think those are the changes that Hyderabad also need to find. They are amazing players in their own right, but they need to bring that extra value that Jamshedpur gets from their co-op into their own, into Hyderabad's co-op.
Yeah, of course they do have to. But at this situation, look at things breaking down again. Back and forth passes, and Jamshedpur FC, they're not breaking a sweat. But finally, all right, possession regained. Pele giving it away towards Kaku. A little bit of slip up, and still does not go punished.
The players just passing it back to each other. Someone tell them that they need to also score goals. I guess Jamshedpur don't need to score goals, so they're just happy with it. Like, okay, we pass to you, you pass to us. Easy gives. But,
Yeah. Just keep the ball rolling, right? That's the motto for these lads, and it's getting frustrating. I think that is what they're gonna try, because when you are sort of frustrated, you start making those marginal errors, and that is where, Jamshedpur FC, that is where they decide that they will go for the strike. But for now, again, just keeping the ball rolling, and now that's good progression, right? If Mbappe can go in, maybe for a cutback, maybe for a quick cross, but that's really good. There you go, the cutback coming in at the moment, and Pele, he does not miss from that area. He definitely does not. 1-0 up, Jamshedpur FC.
I really want to know which player that was on Mbappe, because that was absolutely phenomenal. I mean, we talk about how players need to try to find variations of the traditional cutback because it's now covered by most players, that cutback. But you can see this player is like, well, I don't need to find variations if I just leave the other defender with his pants down, and that's exactly what he does. And I think it was Arvind there because he looked very concentrated, very focused, and no, it was actually Akash. I saw the exit button being clicked, the pass button being clicked. So Akash showing that skill that we saw, that 1v1 prowess that we saw even in his individual game, that turn was just exquisite.
Yeah, that indeed was. And, this is what I was talking about, right? You've got to be on your toes every single moment because now, things are slipping past by for Hyderabad FC. If they do not get a lot of points, again, that's still their sixth game. It's fine. But ninth spot in the overall table, this is not where you would expect to see the likes of Adi Zima and DK. You've got to expect better things from them, and they're here for a reason, right? One of the few of the best players in the country that we've got. They're not relatively new to the circuit, veterans, I must say. If not like Saranj or Lukman, they've been in there for quite some time. But now, as things go, you can see Crime. He's sort of trying to build up an attack, giving it away towards Ronaldo. This could be a very promising chance for Mbappe as he goes in for the score. And there is the equalizer. And Jamshedpur FC, they're going to be very disappointed because this was just a giveaway.
It really did feel like Jamshedpur FC almost just... We see this in real football very commonly, where a team scores and then for a couple of minutes they turn off. They're like, oh, we are in the lead, we don't need to worry. And that's really where they're at their weakest. And you can see Hyderabad immediately striking back. Very nice on the synergy there. The players playing 1-2s with each other to help each other get into the box. And then the perfect turn, I think it was from DK, getting that goal through. So we'll find out soon enough. But right now, 1-1 on the board. Once again, a shimmer of hope for this side of Hyderabad. Back on that even status, they need to get that lead to help them believe that they can get that 1 point at the end of this match.
Yeah, I mean, Jamshedpur FC blink for a second and they are equalized. They've got to somehow get back inside the game. They still, both the teams are fighting for that one extra goal that they could get before the halftime whistle is blown. But for what we are standing over here, we're all watching, we're yet to see Hyderabad FC walking off with a win and possibly end things on a tie, get that 1 point. It's going to be really crucial But again, the question still remains. Jamshedpur FC, they can well accept a draw over here, but Mbappe, he's going in through that right wing and passing it on towards Scarlett. We've got Theo Hernandez giving it towards Yusubayo.
Yeah, you can see now the way it is set up for the side of Jamshedpur FC. It's all about just trying to create desperation, create frustration from Hyderabad FC and take advantage of the fact that they have the lead in this match right now. But Hyderabad, they're remaining very calm. The press is looking very, very good. They're getting the ball back. Now, they just need to try and find, if not a goal, just that extra bit of pressure before half time so that they can go into the half feeling confident. Like, you know what? Maybe we didn't start off the half perfectly, but we certainly ended it perfectly. We just have to continue that momentum into the second and trying to do exactly that. Cruyff cutting in, a lot of space on the left, but just holding on to the ball now. I think they want that last attack.
Oh, they definitely do. Still in pursuit of it, but Theo Hernandez again coming in rescue for Jamshedpur FC. But it's out for a throw right now. Cruyff will get the ball over there. He's going to try and pass it again. Maybe try to go for a cutback, but that was not the case over there. That was well read by Jamshedpur FC. Now they are in good contention of a counter-attack build-up. Now that's a good pass from Mbappe, but let's see what can Ronaldo make out of it. Passing it back towards Mbappe. This could be a cracker. And indeed it is, as Pele scores again. Jamshedpur FC. That's a beautiful goal.
Yeah, I mean, I have no words. Like, wow. I don't think I could do that on my lonesome. The fact that they do it in co-op so quick on the passing, they know exactly where the run is being made. They're talking to each other continuously, surely. And the fact that that last ball, it wasn't even a normal pass, it was a chipped through ball. Just the momentary awareness from the player to go for that, it's so rare to see and so beautiful. But hold on, we might see a repeat of things. Equalizer might have happened there for Hyderabad, but no. Instead, 1-2 into the second half. I think Hyderabad will be looking at it like, hey, I think there is definitely some hope, but Jamshedpur FC, they just look absolutely killer.
Yeah, they are absolutely killer at this point, right? Because Hyderabad FC, they've been always playing the catching game over here. This is, starting to frustrate them, right? Every single time they're getting into contention, everything is going all right towards the very end. They just mess it up, and there you have it. You can feel the energy surging across their veins, and Jamshedpur FC, now they've realized, they've got that lead. They've got to hold on to it. And if they manage to win this one, ladies and gentlemen, they're gonna get those really crucial 3 points. That's gonna close in the gap between them and FC Goa, who are apparently sitting at the tippity top. And Chennai and FC, we've got their matches tomorrow. So that's for a different date altogether. But coming back to the reality, the present as it holds for us, Jamshedpur FC again in control of the ball. So, CA, what do Hyderabad FC need to do right now to get back inside the game?
Just try to continue to maintain this pressure, because this is what Jamshedpur is going to do. They're going to hog the ball. They're going to deny just chances to Hyderabad while creating their own, of course, as they are doing right about now. Oh, a lot of space for the left winger there, but the pass now made early enough forces Ronaldo to run himself down the wing, and that's not ideal. One Brazilian legend versus another. Cafu comes out on top this time, but oh, my heart went in my mouth.
Not just you. I'm pretty sure there are a few couple more. But Marquinhos with that good read, and Jamshedpur FC. I mean, they're still holding on and feeling happy about themselves, holding on to that 2 goals that they've accrued for themselves. But again, Hyderabad FC, they just have one. They're still looking for the equalizer yet again. Just before that half-time, a little bit of a slip, but that was such a stunner, right? That was a crackling shot by Pele towards the end. But this time we've got Hyderabad FC's Pele making the moves, passing it on to Ronaldo, shifting the leg just for Gullit to read it. And the Gullit, in response, comes back as Maldini passes on towards the left side.
Trying to set up the 1-2 there on the left wing, but not enough space to make the pass. A very high line from the side of Hyderabad. And hold on, changes made where it looks like, oh no, I thought they might be going to a 3-back, but I guess the right back just taking that throw is why they're off. But you can see even on the map, right, a ton of space between all of the players, very high line, trying to deny space to Jamshedpur as much as possible and occupy like all of the players of Hyderabad right now in the opposition half. There are no players in their own half, and this is very scary because a single counter can just collapse their entire formation.
Yeah, and that's where, this tend to thrive. And I think they've sort of read this one, but a little, exaggerated from their side. And all right, so Mbappe, I mean, he's got that yellow card, but they've got to be a little bit more careful. Jamshedpur FC might not want to play with 10 players, especially with Hyderabad FC being in such a good form. They're just waiting for that one little small mistake and they will pounce at you. But for now, Jamshedpur FC, they're again trying to calm things down, just cool down the atmosphere, which is really heated up in the studios, right? I mean, it's winter, it's chilly here, but I'm pretty sure down there, the temperature is soaring high. Both these teams not backing off at all. Look at this. Brilliant FIFA today.
Yeah, you can really feel the tension between these teams right now. And hold on, Hyderabad on the attack. Taking a second too long because that second you can see now all of Jamshedpur's defense is back. Their central defensive midfielders in position. But it does not matter because the pass absolutely beautiful. Finding Ronaldo out of nowhere. He finds Pele and suddenly Hyderabad equalize out of nowhere.
Yeah, they just definitely do. And now this was much needed, right? Now they can breathe easy a little bit. But again, the job is not yet over. The mission has not been accomplished. Now they have been beating them so much. Can they get this winning point over here? Can they at least fight for that 1 point? That's the big question. CA, what do you think is going to happen?
I'm really curious about why they Jamshedpur brought the keeper forward there because there were 3 defenders in the box. I feel like the keeper could have just stayed at his line, waited for the pass in. Almost maybe a panicky move there, trying to deny the shot itself, getting caught off guard by the pass, and rightfully so because that pass was just perfectly done, not really expected either. But coming back to your question, because I think what we can expect is some fresh players coming on as the teams really go at each other's throats, and that's going to be really interesting to watch because till now what we've got to see from Hyderabad is just intense aggression on the attack in the sense that they control the ball, they continuously maintain the pace, and now on their forwards they've got to make that 3 brand new players, Ginola, Messi, and I believe Eusebio coming on, so fresh legs will mean faster players.
Yeah, faster players, but we've yet to see what can we get from their side as, all right, the score sliding in. And again, I mean, if things remain as it is, it's going to be 3 points for Jamshedpur FC either ways. All courtesy to Akash, who managed to get that last-minute winner over there in his game. But now as things are going up, Hyderabad FC, they might have gotten a chance. And CA, they've got a feel for them.
Vandisar making a crucial save and then suddenly a sucker punch is on. The pass for Pele is there. It's the worst possible set of events for Hyderabad FC. They miss the... I mean, it was a beautiful set of passes from them to set up a chance for the equalizer. It did not work out, and in the moment of shock almost, they get caught off guard, and this is trademark from Jamshedpur. When you think that they've been caught by Hyderabad, when you think that Hyderabad is on the front foot, Jamshedpur, they managed to scrape it out, consistent as ever and calm as ever. I don't understand how this team is so calm under so much pressure.
Yeah, I mean, they've got against the big, guns already now. All right, Hyderabad in quick response. This possibly could be another equalizer. Yes, it is. Right at the 81st minute. Now, you can't really find a lot of mistakes there. He was just that good. And Hyderabad FC, when it was much needed, they come in soaring and they're flying high. Wow.
I mean, expecting the teams to be at each other's throats, but back-to-back goals, and we're still going at it. We have I mean, a decent chunk of time left.
Yeah, we still do. I mean, a few chances being created. This could possibly be a winner. No. Maldini says, please not for now, lad. As Messi, he's going to drive it straight inside the box as Marquinhos gets cleared by Theo Hernandez. The threat is still looming, though, as now Villanada off to a quick counter-attack. And this is where we've seen, right? Hyderabad FC, they've been committing all their men in. And when you get the opportunity, they sort of strike, they sort of go in for the kill. But now Hyderabad FC, oh, this is a good chance here.
Chinola with the pass available to his teammate in Pele, but a second too late maybe on that pass. Just Pele getting caught offside. Even if the ball reached him, which it did not, it would not mean anything. And now at the 89-minute mark, yeah, I don't think this is going to be a pass from Mbappe. I think he's just going to run it down and try to hold it, but never mind. Actually, I am wrong. They go for the kill and they get it.
Yeah, they get it. And I think we're finally done. This is the final nail in the coffin, and it has to hurt. You know, the drama that we've seen across this. And there you go, Jamshedpur FC managing to score at the final last breathing seconds inside the game. And they've managed to win this tie. It's all over, done and dusted. As Jamshedpur FC, they're going to take that 3 points happily. But boy, oh boy, they've had to fight. You know.
Yeah. They really had to get into the mud and brawl for their battle, honestly.
All that dirt, yes. But it's going to feel so, such a relief for these lads. You know, it was close. They know it. They feel it. And this is where you're going to feel bad for Hyderabad FC. You know, constant comebacks. But CA wasn't just enough.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? It felt like Hyderabad today versus Hyderabad the last time we saw them, miles of difference. Like, I feel like considerably better today, but yet not enough. I feel like, especially in the individual games, they're going to look back and think, we did not live up to our potential today. Several chances missed, several opportunities squandered, and I think coming into the co-op, we saw less of that. Especially in the second half, we saw them relying on instinct, just taking shots where they could, and a lot of them converted into goals. So maybe the takeaway from this needs to be, hey, you know what? We didn't get what we wanted, but at least towards the end of the co-op, we saw a lot more freedom and confidence from them. That's the playstyle they need to continue adopting.
Yeah, and considering they still have a few matches to go, and I'm pretty sure, you know, if they can pick up the pace from around here, you know, win the next games that are coming. Of course, they're not going to be easy, but, well, who likes things easy? If you would have wanted it to be easy, you would never have been sitting here at the spot they are in. The best of the best, representing the club over here. But again, Jamshedpur FC, they've been so clinical. You know, you give them that little window of opportunity, they strike. And here they go with those 3 points. Now, again, you know, they I think with this sort of win, they're going to have their points at 16 tied with Chennai FC. But Chennai FC, they've managed to play one game less. So, again, you're going to have that matchup tomorrow. Pretty sure Chennai FC, being the favorites in this tournament, will try to get 3 points more and then take the lead, where FC Goa and Jamshedpur FC will get to see that sort of a battle. But for Hyderabad FC, nothing really changes here. Still at the 9th spot.
Yeah, that's exactly it, right? Despite the hard work they put in over the last few days, despite the serious improvement we've seen, just not able to scrape the points here, and Jamshedpur consistent as ever. Like, for me, I think the trademark of this team really has become that irrespective of what you throw at them, they're not going to return at all. They're not going to be bothered, unaffected. They're able to absorb a ton of pressure and come out on top irrespective. So I'm really excited to see now that we've been calling it a top 2 battle. It's become a top 3 battle between Jamshedpur, FC Goa and Chennai FC, and where FC Goa and Chennai already at each other's throats, Jamshedpur, they have this opportunity to just come surprise everyone and take them by the storm.
Yeah, I mean, considering how, you know, things are getting heated up in terms of the points table now, Northeast United FC, they've also won a game now. They're also in close contention of that 4th spot. But again, Bengaluru FC having played 8 games, they're gonna sit a while before we get to see them in action. But regardless, things are getting heated up. But again, coming back to this play, I mean, yeah, this is the exact moment that sort of sums up the entire game for Hyderabad FC. They were so close yet so far. But taking a look at the possession and everything, expected goals again, Jamshedpur FC having the upper edge. And they've been, working things around, right? Still a few areas that could be worked upon, but again, they're going to be happy with the win.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the 3 points is what really matters at the end of the day, and Jamshedpur able to secure that for today. I think Hyderabad, they'll walk away hoping that they can find some sort of solace in that 3-4 victory. But you can see throughout the series it was very, very close. Adisima getting the draw, Akash barely scraping the win, and barely in the co-op too, Jamshedpur getting that win.
Yeah, no matter how the scores reflect, it was such a tough tie for Jamshedpur FC every single game, right? I mean, they had to be on their toes, and this was good, right? This was good FIFA from both the sides. It was good that, even players like Akash or, Arvind, they were being punished for making those mistakes, right? You just can't get away with it. You've got a little bit of opening, they are being scored at. So that's some good progress being made by the players of Hyderabad FC who are yet in pursuit for that win. It's been a long while, and especially that last matchup against East Bengal. That after that, they really wanted to come back in. They are working around, but now, ladies and gentlemen, now is the time where we take a look at who the hero of the match is. Has to be dear boy Akash Ash, no doubt. 5 goals scored, amazing.
Yeah, that means he scored 3 out of the 4 goals in their co-op matches, which also tells us that the synergy between Akash and Arvind obvious in the sense that Akash seems to be the more 1v1 focused player, the more mechanically perhaps skilled player, whereas Arvind's vision, his tactical nature and his ability to find opportunities for Akash like this where he can be in those 1v1s is just absolutely amazing. I think they complement each other very, very well.
Yeah, just as a duo should be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is exactly what it is, and it's just not It's just not a one-way road, right? It's again back and forth between. When you need Arvind to step up, he does that. When you need Akash to make those crucial passes towards Arvind, it's the trust, it's the faith that they have in each other, and this certainly is helping, and it's clearly visible. The camaraderie that they've built across, this past 1 month, it's phenomenal. I'm kind of excited to see what lies in front of us. But now let's take a look at the leaderboard and sum things up in a nutshell. As there you go, Jamshedpur FC still holding on to that 3rd spot, but 16 points now equalized with Chennai FC.
Yeah, it's like the top 3 in a battle of their own, and then you've got the teams in 4, 5, 6, 7, of course, and East Bengal. Their points might not be a lot, but that's because they haven't played enough games. Hyderabad, they still have the opportunity to try and at least push into that mid battle, but they need to find some momentum, and the same is for Odisha. Unfortunately, ATK Mohan Bagan, 7 matches played, they're just not able to find the groove just yet. So we'll see what is able to come out in the future, but really exciting. Jamshedpur FC now in that 3rd spot, equal in points with Chennai FC, but I think Chennai FC just ahead on the table because of one more game, won 11 to their 10.
Yeah, I mean, of course, Chennai FC, they've been phenomenal throughout the season, but right now, let's make it for the boys from Jamshedpur FC as we go into a live interview with Akash Ash, our hero of the match again. I mean, you've been one of those guys who's been making a regular entrance with us during these interviews, of course, pertaining to your phenomenal performance yet again today. But boy, oh boy, Akash, that had to be close, right?
It was such an intense game, to be honest. First of all, GG's to Hyderabad FC. They were like neck close to us, especially in 1v1. I felt they were a bit unlucky, but this happens.
Yeah, and talking about that close matchup, right? You got the winner in your individual matchup just in that last moment. I want to ask you about how you're in the moment where you're clear and looking for the shot, because what we saw from Hyderabad was that extra little bit of hesitation, whereas you just continuously find that spot through the goal, like even the near post finish you got against Van der Sar. So what is it like when you're going for that shot? Is it just pure instinct, or do you like take a second to think about it? How does it work for you?
I mean, at this level, you have to, I mean, take a bit of second, no? Especially DK moved the keeper a lot, even in previous shots. So I just took a movement. I just saw him move the keeper towards the far post. I know that was the time to shoot a near post.
Akash, a lot of fans are in fact, talking about your brotherhood with Arvind, the kind of rapport that you've been building up. And, talk to us about that a little more because, we're seeing you guys step up in the co-op and you guys are doing phenomenally well. What's the secret behind that?
I mean, first of all, I'm so thankful to have as a, I mean, teammate of Arvind's caliber. But people may not know, like, we have known each other for like couple of years, and I mean, we got lucky to partner up in this tournament as well. So we know
Oh.
each other well off the pitch, so it certainly helps on the pitch as well. And I feel like we complement each other so well. Like some days, we just hunt in pair. Some days it's me, some days it's him who has the who takes the top gear. It just happens very nice.
I mean, I'm gonna, be really, really disheartened in saying this. Eventually, if you guys end up winning, right, you've got to go up against each other. Now, that's the perfect setup. I would really love to see you guys at because you've been working day in and day out, getting the victories for your club, and I wish you all the best for your future matches, buddy. But for the night, I'm gonna call it off for you guys. Well played.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. It means a lot.
Likewise. And there you have it, CA. I mean, they've been knowing each other for quite some long time, and it sort of helps in building, your bond between your brothers. But again, I mean, I must say, what a cracker of a series was that because Hyderabad FC, they had done so much, but yet they were a little far. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally done with our games for the evening. We're going to be calling it a night, and we're going to see you tomorrow. So till then, you guys have a good night. Take care.